All right, and let's cut across to New Delhi now, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is meeting the President of the Swiss Confederation, Guy Parmelin. And you're watching Express News. In this edition, we give you top 100 news of the day. So let's get started. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the India AI Impact Summit 2026 at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi on Thursday. The inaugural session featured addresses by French President Emmanuel Macron and United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, along with several leading figures from the global industry and technology sectors. Addressing the gathering on the occasion, PM Modi hailed the AI summit in Bharat as a proud moment for the Global South, emphasizing India's commitment to inclusive and responsible artificial intelligence development. Post-opening session, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with other leaders, visited India AI Impact Expo 2026, where they witnessed India's tech talent and innovation progress. Leaders also visited various country pavilions. The leaders gathered for a photo op at Bharat Mandapam. India AI Impact Summit aims to position India as a leader in the field of AI and envisions a future where AI advances humanity, fosters inclusive growth and safeguards our shared planet. Prime Minister Narendra Modi participated in the leaders' plenary at India AI Impact Summit that brings together heads of state, ministers and senior representatives from multilateral institutions to outline national and global priorities on AI, including governance, infrastructure and international cooperation. All right, and now let's go across to New Delhi, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is meeting the President of the Swiss Confederation, Guy Parmelin. As far as the ties between both the nations are concerned, then India and Switzerland are long-standing partners in precision engineering, clean technology, financial services and skill development. This meeting is happening on the sidelines of the India AI Impact Summit 2026, which is being hailed by the global world leaders and also shows India's stature on the global map. Here are the visuals that we are getting for you. For all those viewers who have just tuned into DD India, these are the visuals that we are getting for you, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is meeting the President of the Swiss Confederation, Guy Parmelin. As far as the ties are concerned between both the countries, then both the countries are long-standing partners in precision engineering, clean technology, financial services and skill development. The talks are expected to take place on various issues, on various subjects between both the leaders, and this meeting is happening on the sidelines of the India AI Impact Summit 2026. India has always advocated for the constructive use of artificial intelligence, inclusive innovation and human-centric artificial intelligence. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while addressing the gathering earlier in the day, also announced the Manav vision as far as the artificial intelligence is concerned, and said that by sharing this technology, we together can grow in this particular domain. And like I said earlier as well, India has always advocated for the constructive use of artificial intelligence, tackling challenges like deepfakes and misinformation, and how together under one roof, when the global leaders gather, they can talk about the constructive use of artificial intelligence. They can also talk about sharing this technology, making policy frameworks, guidelines. This is the meeting between the two leaders. And that was the meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the President of the Swiss Confederation, Guy Parmelin. Let's resume the Express News now. PM Modi said that this AI summit should be based on human-centric, sensible to make a global roadmap. PM Modi also gave 3 suggestions to make AI more accountable and sensible. India's IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav on Thursday announced the launch of the New Delhi Frontier AI Commitments, describing it as a key outcome of the India AI Impact Summit. Calling the initiative a significant milestone, Minister Vaishnav in fact said that top frontier AI firms and domestic AI players had come together to endorse a shared set of voluntary principles aimed at promoting inclusive and collaborative AI development. French President Emmanuel Macron highlighted that India's Unified Payments Interface, UPI, has accomplished what no other nation has, that is creating a digital identity system that serves all 1.4 billion citizens. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres congratulated PM Modi for India's leadership in organizing the first AI summit in Global South. He said that AI can advance sustainable development goals, accelerate breakthroughs in medicines, improve access to vital public services. At an interactive session during the ongoing AI Impact Summit in New Delhi, former UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said that India is well positioned to be a leader in AI and demonstrate its mass adoption and deployment in society. Google CEO Sundar Pichai said that we can't allow digital divide to be AI divide. That means investing in computing infra connectivity. Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei stressed that India has an absolutely central role to play in shaping both the opportunities and risks of artificial intelligence. Emphasizing that India is building artificial intelligence at a scale with trust, resilience and long-term competitiveness, Tata Sons chairman N. Chandrasekaran stated that the country has treated AI as a strategic national capability through Semicon India and India AI Mission and Shakti Act. On the sidelines of the AI Impact Summit 2026, Prime Minister Modi held bilateral discussions with Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi Sheikh Khalid bin Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan in New Delhi on Thursday. India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurated 13th edition of Exercise Milan 2026 at Visakhapatnam on Thursday. The minister underlined India's growing role as a preferred security partner and the importance of a rules-based maritime order. India pays rich tributes to the legendary warrior king and founder of the Maratha Empire, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, on his 396th birth anniversary on Thursday. On the birth anniversary of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, PM Modi paid homage to the visionary leader, exceptional administrator, strategic thinker and champion of Swarajya. PM stated that Shivaji Maharaj's courage continues to inspire, his governance serves as a guiding light and his spirit of justice and self-respect strengthens society even today. Ramadan, the Muslim month of fasting, begins on Thursday with the sighting of the crescent on Wednesday night. Prime Minister Narendra Modi extended greetings to the Muslim community on the occasion of Ramzan, wishing for peace and prosperity during the holy month. Indian equity indices ended on weak note with Nifty below 25,500 on Thursday. Nifty ended 365 points lower at 25,454.35. Sensex was down by 1,236.11 points to close at 82,498.14 on Thursday. Indian rupee ended at 91.16 per dollar on Thursday. Gold futures maturing on 2nd of April was priced at 1,56,880 rupees per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for 5th of March maturity stood at 2,48,383 rupees per kilogram on the MCX. Brent crude oil futures rose above $71 on Thursday, costing $71.25 per barrel. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg on Wednesday said he regretted the slow progress his company made in identifying underage users on Instagram as he testified at a landmark social media addiction trial in Los Angeles. Telegram messaging app said that it had not found any breaches of its encryption, dismissing a Russian government allegation that foreign intelligence services are able to see messages sent by Russian soldiers. Indonesian and US companies on Wednesday signed trade and investment deals valued at more than $7 billion a day ahead of Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto's meeting with US President Donald Trump to sign a final trade deal, the US ASEAN Business Council said. The International Monetary Fund said on Wednesday it has approved about $91 million in funding for Niger after completing reviews of programs under its Extended Credit Facility and Resilience and Sustainability Facility. The White House warned on Wednesday that Iran would be wise to do a deal with the United States as President Donald Trump once again hinted at military action. Iran has issued a notice to Yemen Northam that it plans to rocket launches in areas across its south. Iran conducted Navy drills this week in the Hormuz Strait. Iran and Russia will hold joint naval drills in the Sea of Oman on Thursday, days after fresh US-Iran talks and new military exercises near the Strait of Hormuz. The two-day peace talks in Geneva between Ukraine, Russia and United States concluded on Wednesday without a breakthrough. Officials from Moscow and Kiev said the discussions in Geneva were difficult and they could meet again. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said he was dissatisfied with the latest talks held with Russian negotiators, noting sensitive political matters had not been addressed properly. Russia's chief negotiator Vladimir Medinsky said that US-mediated peace talks between Geneva had been difficult but business-like and that a new round of talks would be held soon. White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt said on Wednesday the US has made meaningful progress in talks this week and more discussions are expected in near future. US President Donald Trump's Board of Peace is set to meet for the first time on Thursday in Washington, where he will announce that member states have pledged more than $5 billion for reconstruction and humanitarian efforts in Gaza. New Mexico lawmakers passed legislation to launch the state's first full investigation into Jeffrey Epstein's Zorro Ranch, where he's accused of trafficking and sexually abusing girls and women. US President Donald Trump said that Britain's Prime Minister Keir Starmer was making a big mistake by entering into a lease of the US-UK airbase on Diego Garcia. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer on Thursday appointed Antonia Romeo as Cabinet Secretary, the most senior civil service position. A South Korean court handed a guilty verdict and a life sentence on Thursday to former President Yoon Suk-yeol on charges of abuse of authority and masterminding an insurrection stemming from his martial law bid in December 2024. Russian President Vladimir Putin met Cuban Foreign Minister Bruno Rodriguez on Wednesday. In the Kremlin, Putin said that Russia and Cuba were developing on a positive track. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said on Wednesday that Russia did not discuss Cuba-related topics with the United States and added that the bilateral relations with Cuba are very important for Russia. White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt said it was in Cuba's best interest to make significant changes soon, and the US wanted to see flourishing and prosperous democracies all over the world, especially in the Western Hemisphere. Denmark's king arrived in Nuuk on Wednesday for his second visit to Greenland with a year, underscoring unity between Denmark and the Arctic territory amid renewed interest from the United States. Germany is currently hosting NATO's Steadfast Dart 26 exercise with 10,000 soldiers from 11 nations training to respond to potential threats on the alliance's eastern flank. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius said that the maneuvers demonstrate NATO's unity and operational readiness. Peru's new acting president made tackling public insecurity his top priority after being sworn in, promising swift steps including changes at the Interior Ministry. Pope Leo ushered the world's Catholics into the penitential season of Lent. He led a traditional Ash Wednesday procession on Rome's Aventine Hill before celebrating a mass that opened the 40-day of reflection and repentance culminating in Easter. Time now for a short break. You stay tuned to DD India.
Always welcoming. The vibe of Punjab is larger than life.
Jharkhand will mesmerize you.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News on DD India. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj. Let's continue. Several places in the Indian state of Rajasthan witnessed light to moderate rainfall with thunderstorms on Thursday. The India Meteorological Department has forecast light snowfall and rainfall in isolated mid and higher reaches of Himachal Pradesh in the coming week, with temperatures expected to dip over the next 2 days. Water levels continue to rise in western France, where the river Main expected to surpass the flood record set in January 2000. Homes submerged in multiple towns in western France as authorities maintain the highest red alert level amid rising floodwaters. And in western France, divers and fire brigade are searching for a missing man after his boat capsized on the Loire River in flood-hit regions. A record blizzard paralyzed Moscow as the capital received 70% of its average monthly snowfall in just one day, disrupting transport, grounding flights, and prompting emergency warnings across the region. At least 8 skiers died in an avalanche in California's Sierra Nevada mountains, and a 9th is presumed dead, as per authorities. Rescue teams faced blinding snow, gale force winds and extreme conditions as they reached survivors following the deadly avalanche near Truckee, California. Vast stretches of the historic Acacia forest south of Khartoum have been reduced to stumps as nearly 3 years of conflict fueled deforestation in Sudan. Heavy snow and rain across Romania left around 200,000 homes without electricity, disrupted transport services and forced school closures in several towns. Mexico City held its first earthquake drill of the year on Wednesday after 3 recent seismic alerts. It was the first metropolitan drill covering Mexico City and the neighboring state of Mexico, with 8.2 million people participating. Spanish authorities said Antoni Gaudí was the author of a building in a remote forest area in Catalonia, ending speculation on who was behind the project built in the early 20th century. It was determined that Gaudí designed the house built between 1901-08 in the town of La Pobla de Lillet. One of Rome's iconic sculptures, Bernini's elephant and obelisk near the Pantheon, has suffered new damage with a tooth broken off, echoing a similar incident in 2016. In southern Mexico City, farmers still cultivate chinampas, ancient agricultural islands. Facing rising water pollution, an environmental organization is testing human hair, which can trap contaminants and improve soil health. In Canada's Northwest Territories, officials and businesses are testing solar power to cut bills and fossil fuel use. Iraqi Muslims gathered at the Great Mosque of Al-Nuri to break their fast and pray as the month of Ramadan began. Hong Kong welcomed the Year of the Horse with a spectacular fireworks display over Victoria Harbour featuring bursts celebrating horses, wealth and prosperity. Tens of thousands flocked to Hong Kong's Sha Tin racecourse for the annual Lunar New Year race day, which this year marked the Year of the Horse. Dutch city of Groningen hosts the World's Nut and Stampot Championships, where dozens of amateur and professional cooks prepare the traditional split pea soup and vegetable mash. At the Winter Olympics in Italy, a local cafe near Livigno's snow park is serving cappuccinos topped with Milano Cortina 2026 logo or the mascots Tina and Milo. Brazil's first Winter Olympic medalist Lucas Pinheiro Braathen brought carnival flair to, the Italian Alps after winning historic gold medal, celebrating as festivities wound down back home in Brazil. In East London's Docklands, art students and designer Josh are thriving at a creative hub supported by one of King Charles' charities, with classrooms buzzing from painting and clay work to fashion prep for London Fashion Week. Britain's King Charles and Queen Camilla, joined by actor Idris Elba, visited Barking and Dagenham College, toured its Alba-named film studio and unveiled a plaque for its 65th anniversary. Baywatch splashed back into action as 2,000 aspiring lifeguards flocked to Marina del Rey, Los Angeles to audition for a spot in the American TV series Reboot. Malaysian actress Michelle Yeoh received her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in Los Angeles. She rose to fame in Hong Kong action films during the 1980s and 90s. Japanese director Yoshitoshi Shinomiya debuted anime film, feature A New Dawn at the 76th Annual Berlin International Film Festival. The trailer for South Korean girl group Blackpink's Jisoo-starrer K-drama Boyfriend on Demand is out. The series premieres on an OTT platform on March 6th. A week after the shocking news of American actor James Van Der Beek's death at 48, the trailer for his final film, The Gates, has been released by Lionsgate. Filmmaker Lee Cronin is back with another horror movie titled The Mummy. The newly released trailer promises spine-chilling terror, and the film is set to hit cinemas on April 17. Grammy winner Bad Bunny will play a lead in the historical drama Puerto Rico alongside actors Edward Norton and Javier Bardem. American actress Kristen Bell joins the live-action film Sonic the Hedgehog 4 as Amy Rose. Director Jeff Flowers' fourth installment is set for theatrical release in March 2027. Actors Josh Duhamel and Sharlto Copley have joined Daisy Ridley's in the upcoming action thriller The Good Samaritan. Anupam Kher's directorial Tanvi the Great scored big at the iconic Gold Awards, winning Best Film and Best Actress Jury Awards. Kher and actress Shubhangi Dutt attended to receive their trophies. West Indies won their fourth successive match in 2026 ICC T20 World Cup, beat Italy by 42 runs. India defeated Netherlands by 17 runs in their final group stage match of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2026 at Narendra Modi Stadium. Shivam Dube's 66 sets up 12th straight T20 World Cup win for India, one Player of the Match award. Afghanistan will face Canada in their final Group D fixture of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2026 at MH Chidambaram Stadium later today. Dilshan Madushanka has been approved as a replacement for injured Mathisa Pathirana in the Sri Lanka national cricket team squad for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2026. Arsenal squandered a 2-goal lead to draw 2-2 with Wolverhampton Wanderers FC in the Premier League. Late strikers from Wolves, including a stoppage time own goal, dealt a significant blow to Arsenal's title ambitions. Club Brugge battled back, twice to secure a thrilling 3-3 draw against Atletico Madrid in the UEFA Champions League knockout phase playoff first leg, leaving the tie finally balanced. Bayer Leverkusen claimed a 2-0 first leg victory over Olympiacos FC in the UEFA Champions League playoff, with Patrick Schick netting a decisive second half brace. Norwegian football club Bodo Glimt stunned Inter Milan 3-1 in their UEFA Champions League playoff first leg, taking a strong 2-goal cushion into the return leg in Milan. Newcastle United FC thrashed Karabakh FK 6-1 away in the UEFA Champions League playoff first leg, with Anthony Gordon scoring 4 first-half goals to all but seal progression. UEFA has launched an investigation after Vinicius Jr. of Real Madrid alleged racial abuse by Gianluca Cristiani of Benfica during a Champions League clash in Lisbon. Virgil van Dijk believes Dominic has the credentials to captain Liverpool FC in the future, praising the midfielder's leadership and consistency this season. Carlos Alcaraz maintained his perfect person start to the year by battling past Frenchman Valentin Royer in Doha. World number 1 notched his 9th straight win with a 6-2, 7-5 success. Italian Senna eased to a 6-3, 7-5 win over Australian Alexei Poprin. Senna will play Jakub Mensek in the quarters. Ariana Fontana becomes Italy's most decorated Olympian with short track relay silver. Fontana surpasses Mangiarotti with 14 Olympic medals for Italian record. And that's it in this edition of Express News. News and updates will continue on DD India. You stay tuned.